Make it.
Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D-Real coming at you. And if it's D-Real here and it's Theo B over here, this must be Friday Vibin. Hello, welcome.
It must be.
Vibe, yeah, vibe. We vibing. Let me fix that shadow. There. That's a little better. Okay, what's going on, brother Theo?
Man, look here, man. It's Friday. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling right. You know what I'm saying? I woke up this morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful. I'm thankful to the Almighty up above because some of us did not do that today. So, anything after that is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. What about yourself, big dog?
I had a partner hit me up today, man. Talking about one of his friends, had passed. I mean, it makes you think, especially now, at I ain't gonna say at our age, but our level of maturity. It makes one stop and examine how fragile and precious life is.
Bro, it be one of them things like, I don't want to say I've always known that life is precious. I don't want to say that. But I never bought into that fallacy that you only live once. No, you only die once.
Hey, and that makes way more sense, don't it?
I don't know what they had talking about. You only live one. Oh, whoa.
YOLO.
Whoa.
No.
No. We still waiting on Harry Houdini to come back. He tried that trick. He ain't did it yet. So no, no, I ain't no.
Now, and this is a perfect segue into one of the first talk topics. Death in the comic universe. Why is it so? I say like in the 80s.
Yeah.
If a character died, they died. They's graveyard dead. But then Phoenix started doing that thing. Jean Grey started doing that thing. Oh, I'm dead. I'm not dead. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead. And then it became fashionable. It became commercial.
What? If we gonna talk about it, we about to do a deep dive because low key I had a topic. It wasn't the same topic. It was along the lines of exploring legacy characters, why they work and why they don't work. And so when you look at it along the lines of, okay, to your point, let's say we got the JSA. Okay. And you talked about this dude last night, Michael Holt, Mr. Terrific.
Right.
Well, some folks don't know. I'm pretty sure quite a bit don't know. He's a legacy character.
Yes, he is. Yes.
Terry Sloan was the original Mr. Terrific. Well, why is Michael Holt able to succeed in ways, let's say? Why is Michael Holt able to succeed in a way, I'll say the flavor of the month, Riri Williams might be struggling. Well, Michael Holt has stories outside of Terry Holt. He has a distinctive, different looking costume. He has a distinctive, different personality, and he has his own cadre of villains, and they took him and put him on both teams that have been premier teams in their respective comic book at one time or another. Justice Society of America, Justice League of America. He's been on the cartoon, Justice Society. Hell, he's been on the Batman cartoon, popped up on the Arrowverse. So when you say stuff like you do all of this you push all of this into a character, you give a character a push. Well, DC has been, if we could say, debate consistency, but they've been pushing Mr. Terrific in a way. DC gets it. They get it. They know how to do a legacy character. Thus, to your point, Terry Sloan ain't got to come back. Stay right the way here. You don't need him to come back. And if you do have him come back, they not the same character. Terry Sloan ain't gonna take away from Michael Holt. Michael Holt ain't gonna take away from Terry Sloan. You could make an argument that you could get rid of Bruce Wayne if DC was ready for someone to be Bruce Wayne, be Batman. Dick Grayson can't be him. You feel what I'm saying? He's matured past that. But if there was somebody in the big three that was going to bite the dust first, it's going to be Clark.
Which it was.
Because they got his son sitting right there. It's the push. Push.
But he won't stay dead.
He was on the line. What I'm saying, the one that's likely to stay dead out the big three is Clark, because they're pushing his son, and his son is catching on. His son is it, because all it's going to take, like how with me and you, we came in, Jay Garrett was a thing of the past. Our Flash is Barry Allen. They killed him. And they kept Barry going for a minute, to the point where
enough time to build Wally up.
Yeah, Wally took over. And Wally, to this day, even though Barry has come back, Wally is still everybody's Flash outside of the comics. Because they don't know what to do with Wally in the comics, because they brought Barry back. They could have kept Barry where it was, because Barry had literally been replaced successfully as a legacy character by Wally. Thus, he could have stayed gone.
Well, and by you know, just bringing up the Flash family and the Batman family respectively, you bring up also the point of why death in comics is so redundant. You know what I'm saying? I die, then you take over. Then I come back, then you leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, take for instance, Superman. Okay, Superman died. Okay, and he's so great of a character. We need 3 characters to step in and hold down the mantle of Superman simultaneously. You know, and then once we know it's not forever. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, when I was reading Reign of the Superman, I'm not thinking the Eradicator is getting ready to be the new Superman.
No, I never thought that. I feel like Barry's death felt final, and Jean Grey's death, her first death.
Right.
When she sacrificed herself on the moon, that felt final. You feel what I'm saying? But no, Clark's didn't feel final at all. And I think it was because of the way DC built it up. I think we knew he was coming back in 12 issues. Some characters, you know they gone when they gone. Like, you be like, damn.
Well, I know Paul Martin ain't in here, but if he was in here, I know he would definitely bring up Marvel. And
yeah. Whoa.
Now, how is it that a character as memorable, a character as loved as Marvel has remained dead for damn near 40 years? And don't say nothing to me about, oh, well, they plucked him out of the time stream and blah, blah, blah. Question, is that Marvel still here? Is that Marvel still in comic books? No, he's not. Marvel has, for the most part, remained graveyard dead. Why?
Bro, you know what? It's crazy, because when you said Marvel, I went down the tree. I was like, damn, Bill Foster gone.
Bruh.
And I know they brought her back.
Deal with that character no more?
Bruh, I know they brought her back, but Janet Van Dyne was gone for a minute.
Yeah.
They took Hank off the board for a minute.
But did it feel permanent? Did it feel permanent?
I I don't, bro. You know what? And that's the thing. It's the whole execution of it. I don't know why they decide, especially when you think about, well, I know there has been a push from fans for Marvell to come back. His fan base still alive. Like I don't like,
hey,
I don't
right
know what
here.
that's all about. I don't know what that's all about.
I ain't got no problem. I ain't got no problem with Marvell coming back. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. So I don't know what that's all about. Like I don't know what it's all about in regards to Bill Foster. And when I'm saying that, I want people to understand these characters have fans across ethnic, group, racial boundaries. So don't get caught up in that. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. You got me with that one.
Well, and I mean, and I could go on and say, all right, why should I care about a supporting character dying? Why should I care? I guess Gwen Stacy. Because I see somebody talking about Gwen Stacy in the comments. Anansi. First of all, I wasn't checking, me personally, I wasn't checking for Gwen Stacy like that. I wasn't know. So when Gwen Stacy died, I'm like, okay, that's messed up for Peter. But so, I mean, for the most part, for me, but it seemed like because Peter was so mind blown with Gwen, we had to be too.
Let me ask you a question about that Peter Parker, Gwen Stacy, Green Goblin thing.
Oh, please don't.
Would it be fair?
Don't go there with the Norman Osborn thing, man.
Would it be fair to say that her death became more meaningful later on as the years went, as opposed to what it meant initially? Because I don't remember everybody losing their nuts like that when she passed away. I don't. I remember it being a thing as time passed on. Oh, she passed away, and the way she passed away was Peter shot the webbing down and it snapped her neck and she got whiplash. And I'm like, really? She got whiplash? That's what, because Peter done saved I don't know how many people like this. She just happened to be the unlucky one. Huh? Okay.
I mean, and I'm going back. Let's say like I was.
Woo! I'm just saying, like, I don't be wanting to be that person.
I mean, and for me, I wasn't at an age where death affected me like that. You know what I mean? When that comic book came out, I was like, what, 7?
I don't know now. I felt some type of way when the Doom Patrol took a dirt nap. I felt that comic move. Oh, wow,
whoa. Death.
We got rid of the whole team.
I don't think a death.
And that was the last issue. Like, you think about it, like, damn.
Yeah, they were rather permanently sanctioned. I mean, but they came back eventually.
Here we go. Another one they hit hard. Guardian. Alpha Flight.
Oh, James McDonald.
When James was sitting there trying to get his uniform together, they had just went toe-to-toe with what would they call Omega Flight. My dog trying to have to come in the room at the last second. He like, boom. I said, oh. Because they said John Byrne did such a great job. I think he had a pink cover with yellow scopes on it, talking about one shall surely die. And you like, golly. Because you know if John Byrne said it, he meant it.
but see, over the years though, this will see what I'm saying. This will keep happening. That was a theme all through the 80s. You can name like 4 or 5 characters that died, and it was like, okay, we ain't playing. They for real dead. Because you can always talk about somebody dying on the cover of a comic, but when you be like, oh, this one dying, you know, hey, they voted for Jason Todd to die in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it got to a point, man, where death was just like it was a device. You know what I'm saying? I want to pump my cells, kill somebody.
Well, let me ask this question here. Because it's a great topic. I would ask this question, and it would be a question because we have to take this thing for what it is. Those are our characters, Generation X baby boomers that are still around. So the question then becomes, as a Generation Xer, because we want Bill Foster back, we want Marvell back. Which one of our characters? Because the thing is, folks get it twisted. Most of the characters, that's our stuff. You wasn't even, your mom and daddy hadn't even met. They had not. When we talk about the heroes that's making it do what it's do right now, that's us. The stuff folks want to put out there for the new generation, it keeps sucking ass. I don't know what to tell you. But
yeah,
which one of our characters, get back to the question, which one of our characters would we be cool with being deleted?
Well, cool with being deleted. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go out on a limb and cause some controversy.
Oh, Lord.
If
Daryl's hit list. Daryl, we're going to call it D-Real's hit list. His superhero hit list.
Well, for us, if you're talking about for us.
Yeah. We're going to make it official. We're going to do this every week. Daryl's top 10. They don't come in a specific order. Daryl's heroes that he could see get deleted and he wouldn't miss them. Hold on, before we do that though. Bleeding Cool magazine.
What about them?
So they did an article this morning, and it's 2025. 2025, and it's 2025. I'm gonna say it one time.
It's 2025.
It is 2025. They did an article this morning. There's a Justice League comic book coming out next couple months called Justice League Red. It will be the Justice League's Black Ops team. One of the characters that they say will be featured in that comic is John Stewart.
Okay.
The problem with that though, because see, when you go look at the cover, it's Simon Bass.
Okay.
Now, I understand mistakes happen all the time. I say, let me go look at the solicit. Let me read the solicit. Solicit don't say a damn thing about John Stewart. It's Simon Bass. So I'm saying to myself, in 2025, are you really telling me that all black folks still look alike?
And he ain't even black.
You just looked and said that's John Stewart.
Simon Bass ain't black.
Like all you saw was the black, it's the brown skin color, and you fuck it, that's John Stewart. He got a gun, that's gotta be John Stewart. He good with a gun. Boy, I wish I knew the author's name, bro. I'm like, man, come on, bro. And who is your editor? Because there's no way in the world you finna tell me I need to take you seriously as a comic book anything, and you don't know the difference between John Stewart and Simon Bass. Good God Almighty Jesus. I guess I don't know the difference between Hal Jordan and damn Kyle Rayner and damn Guy Gardner. Godly. Back to us regular scheduled program though. Your 10 list of who did.
Or who should be. Now we talking specifically us. Now understand something. I don't feel like if we talk us when we say like black characters,
it ain't talking Generation X baby boomers, baby. Speak on it, big dog. Speak on it.
It ain't enough for us, first of all, for you to be offing. That's what I'm gonna say.
No, not black characters. No, I'm talking about characters
just
in
characters in general. Oh,
that
I
belong
give
to
you 10.
Generation
Oh,
X or the baby boomers. You know what I'm
I
saying?
give you 10. I give you 10 right off the bat. Okay.
Come on with it now.
Number 10. Number 10. Captain Ultra. No, sir, no purpose whatsoever.
My dog
Okay.
said Captain Ultra. I don't even know who the hell that is. So you right, he can go ahead.
Oh, word? Okay. Captain Ultra made his first appearance in Fantastic Four number 177 when the Frightful Four had defeated the Fantastic Four and had the balls to hold tryouts for their fourth member in the Baxter building.
Man, hey, come on. Who you got? Who you got in there? Who you got in there, big dog? Who you got in there? We got Captain Ultra.
Okay. Now, y'all might think y'all might say I'm wrong for this. Y'all might say I'm wrong for this, but Mantis.
Who?
Mantis. I don't think Mantis serves a purpose. I feel like Mantis was a plot device. And then beyond that, that Celestial Madonna thing in the comics, they didn't do too much to develop her after that. They put more focus on her child than they did on her. So she was just a plot device, is what I feel like.
Okay, that's two.
Dennis Dunphy got to go.
Huh?
Dennis Dunphy got to go. Demolition Man, he got to go.
I mean, clearly somebody in the
around.
MCU felt the same way you did.
Yeah, he don't need to be around. He ain't doing nothing.
I mean, he got a nice looking action figure, but I don't use him as Demolition Man.
Hey, and while I'm thinking about it, Ty Rock.
The Legionnaire?
Yeah, that's.
Damn.
I don't. Your debut costume messed it up for me. I know you went on and became a great Legionnaire, but
we barely knew you at all.
That initial swimsuit and the elf shoes, it wasn't working.
That's four.
Far as I'm concerned, Dazzler can take a dirt now.
Damn, that's five.
I never liked Dazzler. If I'm being brutally honest, I never liked Dazzler. Sorry, Al.
The fact that you steadily humming along, mean I really ain't got nothing to say with who you talking about being deleted. Who else you got? That's five.
What's his name? Now I know my indigenous brothers and sisters gonna be mad at me, but I'm gonna go ahead and say Red Wolf.
Who?
Red Wolf.
I mean, you said you didn't delete a sister, didn't you? Didn't you just delete a sister?
A sister.
No. What? Didn't you just delete a brother? Yeah, you just deleted a brother. You an equal opportunity deleter. You good? Keep it going. Keep it going.
Who did I say after Dazzler?
Man, I know you got Ty Rock, you got Red Wolf, you got Dazzler.
Red Wolf. There, that's what I said. Red Wolf. Now the reason being is I think American Eagle is a cooler indigenous superhero.
I knew where you were going with. That's why I ain't say nothing. You hung right along. Keep going.
Yeah. Now, a lot of people, again, I feel like I need to go against the grain sometimes, and folks don't like it. But the Scarlet Witch. Yeah, I said it. I said Scarlet Witch. Why?
I mean, this you. That's six. That's six. Keep it going. Come on.
He said he don't care why.
I don't. No, you know why? You know why I don't care why? because honestly, the Scarlet Witch already took a dirt nap. So no, I'm good.
Well, I mean, it just don't mean nothing in the comic books no more. You come back after you get killed.
So, you know, what's Scarlet Witch without Pietro? You know what I'm saying? Like, give me both. Don't give me
crazy.
Either.
Crazy. It seemed like neither one without the other is crazy.
Right. So who else you got?
I never liked Carol Danvers.
Damn.
I'm just being honest. I've never liked as a character. I never liked Carol Danvers. I didn't like her before she had powers. I didn't like her as a supporting character in Marvel comic book. I didn't like her as Ms. Marvel. I never liked her. When Rogue took her powers, I was like, cool.
Okay, that's 8. That's 8. That's 8. That's 8. Who else you got?
Who else I got? That fake Kingpin. I think he did. I think he did take a dirt nap. I'm not sure. The Slug.
The Slug.
You remember the Slug? Like Captain America had a run, like during Mike Zeck's run.
I think so.
Where Nomad, there was a couple issues where it was about Nomad, Jack Monroe Nomad, and one of the villains, because he was, remember, Jack Monroe was offering people Punisher style for a minute. He like, yeah, that dude deserved to die. And the dude was he was so big and fat like Jabba the Hutt. And I feel like, and he was like a criminal boss. And I feel like, get out of here with him. He's just the I can't move version of the Kingpin.
Okay, so who else you got? I think I remember him. Who else you got? This number 10 right here now.
Oh, number 10 supposed to be spectacular?
No, I mean, you know, it is what it is.
Oh, okay. Heroes, right? Or just characters?
Characters, bro. Characters. This you.
Oh, okay. I never saw much use for the character of Mentallo.
Who?
Mentallo.
Okay, damn.
Marvin Flum.
Now see, I don't know how to feel about that one because I like that the comic book and the animation they did with Superman and Batman. You know, you said Mentallo, right? You said Mentallo or Metallo?
Mentallo, not Metallo.
From the Doom Patrol.
No, Mentallo from the crime duo of Mentallo and the Fixer.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Projecting mental illusions is his thing.
I know what you're talking about.
So I can only have so many of those. You know what I mean? You got Jason Wingard. He already does that. That's already his thing. You just kind of.
I got you. If I'm gonna do it, folks would be shocked at me because I'm probably committing genocide right off the rip.
Okay, it's your world.
The Eternals got to go.
Damn, you said all the Eternals. Not one. So they count as one, or do they count as 10? Now hold on. Now I gotta push back against that, sir. The Eternals didn't suck ass until they got.
Hey man, they got to go, dog. Yeah.
I like some of the Eternals, but I mean that's you, dog.
You know what it is. You know what? I'm gonna give folks they tried, but the movie sucked ass. The crossover event in comics was a complete waste of damn time. So just leave them where they at.
I think the Eternals were at their height in the 80s.
You know what? See what you said? In the 80s. Leave them right there. Leave them right there. I'm good with that. Leave them right there.
Yeah, with that celestial thing and the Olympians and the Norse gods, everybody kind of, that was probably the best Eternals you was getting. Let somebody take it. Well, hey, and to you people who the Eternals is your favorite group, maybe y'all need to come out and be like, oh, make the Eternals better. I don't know.
Go watch this. Where they at now? Right.
that was a tragedy. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one.
So, you know, let them stay where they at, man. I'm good. Let me see who else. Who else? You know what? Yeah, I like this one right here. The Joker.
Ooh.
Bro, I'm sick and tired of him, bro. I've been sick. Bruce should have did him a long time ago. I don't even know what we talking about. You want to talk about somebody should be gone for a minute?
Okay, now that could be said about a lot of characters then. The Red
I
Skull.
mean, I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't lose no sleep if we don't get the Joker back.
Okay.
Because he's one of those characters who he got it coming. Like, I can't even justify this dude still walking around. Like,
I mean, I guess I like villains. I like my villains evil. You know what I'm saying?
He evil.
I don't like my villains misunderstood.
He not misunderstood. I just think as a villain, he served his purpose. He got to go. Because
Okay.
I don't know. You need, huh?
Let's make that Injustice storyline the main line where Superman put his fist through Joker's chest.
I don't need it to be Clark. I need Bruce to go ahead and handle that.
Okay. All right.
I need Bruce to go and get him on up out of here.
Well,
Let me see.
That probably won't happen in our lifetime.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm good. I'm good with him being gone.
Who you next one, Doc?
Let me see. Who else could I see being gone? And this is more or less for the reason I would just like to see. I feel like this character is holding other characters back. Norman Osborn could take a dirt nap too.
Okay.
I feel like
I see nothing wrong with that.
I feel like between the Hobgoblin, there was another Goblin out there, and then there's Harry Osborn. I feel like those characters can't grow because we keep rotating the story back to Norman. So let's get rid of Norman, let them other characters grow.
Okay. Norman Osborn and a Joker, two major. Look at you go. All right. So what's happening? What's happening? What else you got?
I see no reason for Simon Williams to be around. He really could stay where he at.
Say Simon Williams could have stayed dead in Avengers 9.
I mean, my thing is, if the company don't have any relevance for you, or they keep repeating the same shtick for you, you can go ahead and leave. They clearly won't have no fresh ideas for you, so you can stay here.
I guess my argument with Simon Williams was always, what's unique about him?
Now here's the thing: I like him, but clearly Marvel don't give a damn about him. So let him stay.
He never appealed to me honestly beyond that. I'm taking your girl storyline. What else you got?
To me, Simon Williams was written best when him and Hank McCoy were together as a comedy team.
Yeah, exactly. During the George Perez run.
Yeah, so there's that. Let's see who else I got. That I just would not mind seeing, as in I could not see you never ever again. Let me see. Dang. I'm trying to think.
Joker, Wonder Man, the Eternals. Damn. Who else?
Let's see here. Dang.
Joker's, Wonder Man, Eternals.
I think I'm trying to think now.
Here, let me write it down.
Madeline Pryor.
Joker, Wonder Man, Madeline Pryor. Miss Redundant herself.
Right. From day one.
Yeah. Okay.
From day one. She She could really kiss the baby. I don't even know why we got her. Oh yeah, Madeline Pryor can go ahead and go about her business. Black Tom Cassidy.
Kane wouldn't like that.
He'll get over it. He'll get over it. Out of Banshee, Black Tom Cassidy, and Juggernaut, I want to say Banshee is the least used and Black Tom Cassidy is the least liked. So
okay.
Let me see. I know they're gonna keep using him, but I'm really past the shenanigans. I think we're gonna wind up talking about fatigue later on in the show. I'm suffering from Mr. Sinister fatigue.
Wow, Mr. Sinister.
I don't like Mojo.
Do you want him dead?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you got.
I ain't never liked that dude. I ain't never liked that dude. Never. How many is that?
You got Joker, Wonder Man, Madeline Pryor, The Eternals, Black Tom, Mr. Sinister, and Mojo.
That's 8.
That's 7.
7. I got 3 more. Okay. Spy Master, or Clue Master, whatever his damn name is. I don't even know.
Well, now you gotta be specific, because Spy Master is Marvel, Clue Master is DC.
Clue Master
from DC.
Yeah,
Okay.
Clue Master.
Yeah,
He can go ahead and go back.
You already got the Riddler.
Huh?
He's redundant. You already got the Riddler.
Right. You don't need him. As a matter of fact,
I don't need no clues, bruh.
As a matter of fact, take the Sports Master too. Take him.
Sports Master. Ooh, another classic. Always, yeah. I never liked Sports Master either.
His last name, Croc. That's a crock of book. Anyway, gonna get him on up out of here. Who else? Let me see.
And your last one would be who?
Oh, we don't even use him no more. The Mole Man. Yeah, you can go ahead too.
Mole Man. And a bonus can be Psycho Man. Because when last time you seen Psycho Man? I like the idea that Psycho Man represents, but the execution of Psycho Man is terrible.
Listen, throw the controller in there too.
Not Basil Sandhurst.
Throw him in there too.
Now, this was just something I was thinking about the other day, and I thought it would be fun. What is a villain that you think would make a great superhero, and what is a great superhero that you think would make a great villain? You want me to go?
You know what? Now you know what? This gonna sound like way too damn obvious, but when I think about what the character is truly capable of and everything else, you wouldn't want these problems at all because you wouldn't even see them damn coming. Black Panther.
As a villain? Yeah. That's kind of who I was thinking too. He'd be a great villain.
Like,
especially since it's the most technologically advanced nation on the planet, yet you continue to underestimate it.
Here's the thing, and I get why S. Jaddix feels like he feels, because we have as of yet to see T'Challa be used in all his splendor. So let's just go over what the suit is capable of. It doesn't make any noise. He can walk up walls. He can teleport. He can turn invisible. Oh, he's got claws that are tipped with anti-adamantium. I'm sorry, anti-vibranium. forget the normal vision that he has, which is keener than the average humans. The suit allows him to see on various wavelengths. Now, that's just him. We ain't talk about the high toots that got similar stuff in their damn suit.
Right.
Two of them, two that was cyborgs, damn near deleted Namor. Two. If Peter don't show up, he's done. No, I wouldn't want that. You'd never see the mothers coming till it was too late.
And that's just one way. So what about?
And then they're gonna blend in too.
This because folks don't suspect black folks are doing stuff like that. They would blend in with the average black person. You just wouldn't know. And you got this black person standing around you that you ain't thinking gonna do nothing. Next thing you know, you done. All right. Yeah, I wouldn't want that.
So what villain you got going hero?
What villain?
I feel like that's kind of a slam dunk too.
If I'm looking at a villain, just because of because I want to make sure I'm looking a villain.
What villain would make a great hero?
I mean, it's to me, it's this me now, and it's kind of not fair because this character has been an anti-hero. Right now, this character is a hero. But I think if Eric Lenshear was used in all his glory, his splendor, considering what his power set is, I think he would make a great hero.
Well, mine, I felt like, again, was kind of a slam dunk because it was obvious. Number one, he did it and did it to great effect. Dr. Octopus.
Yeah, he did.
So I'm like, dang. And the whole time I'm reading Superior Spider-Man and I'm thinking, but that's Doc Ock.
No, I can't. You know what? I can't knock that.
He doing Spider-Man better than Spider-Man.
And the thing is that I think because villains are more of control freaks than heroes are, they would be prone to do a better job because they'd be like, okay, if you commit a crime on their watch, they feel like you tried it. You know where you know the hero feel like you broke a law, you committed a crime. You know that archetype. They feel like, bitch, I know damn good and well. Did you? You know what? I'm gonna fuck you up, and that's what wound up happening. You commit a crime, they f you up because they're like, I know damn good and well. Who you thought I was? You thought no, that ain't what we doing over here. So they gonna go above and beyond to make sure the law is adhered to, but then that's a double-edged sword too.
Heroes and villains. Villains and heroes.
Look, jaywalking across the street might be a problem.
Little bit. Oh, here we are, man. We've been so caught up in the comments, man. We ain't noticed, man. Diabolical up in here. And he said, what's good, Rock With Me Nation? Just checking in. Proud dad here. My son Micah just walked the stage and graduated high school this evening. Congratulations, brother. Congratulations. Freaking. That's where we need him, man. That's where we need him. We need him eating. And we need him helping us eat. That next generation.
But look here. Say that again, bro. You know what, man? I'm so proud. I'm so proud, man, of the job that those that have been involved in the lives of my children have done. To when I look at what they've accomplished and everything like that, I would love to take sole credit for it. I would be lying. It truly does take a village, man. So to all the parents out there, man, everybody that's helping parents, man, y'all give yourselves a pat on the back, man, and don't take your foot off the gas pedal, man. Don't. Some folks stop being parents once their kids graduate from high school. No, we don't stop being parents. Like, we
Yeah,
take that to the grave.
yeah, because a lot of times what we don't understand is that parent rule or role, excuse me, it changes from overseer to advisor. You know what I'm saying? And in some cases, facilitator.
That, you know what? That be the thing. You know what? That be the thing. Like, they be grown, and as a parent, you gotta adjust stuff. Yeah, okay. Well, you grown now, so our conversations ain't gonna necessarily be the conversations that we used to have, and you're gonna use some words that you probably wasn't using.
Yeah. They got a bunch from me. My baby's got a bunch from me.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? But I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't mad. You know what I mean? I ain't mad. I feel like the as much as I might be one of them, I can be a curmudgeon sometimes, but I feel like the blessings outweigh the problems. You know what I mean? So, it's a win. I ain't encouraging nobody to do it, but if you can be around somebody and experience what it's like to do things and have things done, in a perspective of a parent-child dynamic, you should do it, even if it's just as a mentor. You know what I'm saying?
I'm apologizing. So me and Daryl, it is Friday night vibe.
Oh my God.
Me and Daryl been making it do what it's gonna do. We got our infused slushy. That's what that is. Got a bottle of red wine right here. So
my. Okay. I'm jealous. That means I gotta catch up. I gotta grab something.
Jamie Foxx say we gonna make it do. You know what? We gonna make it do what it's gonna do, baby. Don't. Now, baby, I just wanna clothes off. Kiss your body while I take your clothes off. Leave them heels on while I take your clothes off. Leave them lights on. Let me see you
now,
go off.
If we're gonna have one,
that's my body calling your name.
This here.
Baby, that's my
this
body.
Here what I'm working with. If anybody ever seen this before, that there is ocean. That is organic vodka. So actually, it is more of a benefit to you. And I only take it in shot that or some Casamigos, because in small doses it actually has benefits. There we go. I got my shot.
Yeah, man. So what's the next topic, big dog?
Next topic. Hang on a second. Let me. I shouldn't be doing this on there, but okay. Real quick, do me a favor.
Yes, sir.
I know that you, being who you are, you understand the term God tier.
Yes.
When you're God tier, when you're God level, right? Okay. Name me 5 black God tier characters.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and put Fastos. I know I just deleted the Eternals and everything like that, but we gotta put Fastos up there.
Fastos is God tier? When we say
you talking about like Thor? You talking about Thor?
You want me to give you some examples?
Yeah, give me an example. Give me an example.
Okay. The protege from Guardians of the Galaxy. That's God tier. The Magus is God tier.
Oh, I'm sorry.
With the Infinity Gauntlet is God tier. I'm talking about you could take on a whole team and wash them. That's God tier.
I got one for sure. I think. I mean, he is a new god, the Black Racer.
Okay. But he only appears on one occasion and one occasion only.
Well, I mean, damn it, the answer is 0.
Thank you. Now, I would have only fared slightly better because the only one I can think of is a character named Divinity in Valiant Comics.
Right.
And he's a Black Russian at that. Why are they so non-existent? Is it because I know it ain't because we lack the imagination. Is it because some people don't want to see the imagery?
Did you just ask me why they non-existent?
In comics? Yeah.
Oh, well, they non-existent for the same reason that the mutant gene for the longest damn time was avoiding black folks. Like I was like, damn, we can't be mutants. That's effed up. We ain't got them for the same damn reason that somebody said we ain't no valuable black male mutants out there.
So it's not a viable one, is what you're saying. Right?
I just don't know why folks act like division ain't effed up. Like we don't need to act like that. Stop playing like that. You know damn good and well if you live in New York, it's more than white folks in New York. Stop acting like that. You know the show Friends was effed up. Stop that. You know damn good and well for the longest damn time when you went to go buy damn Band-Aids, wasn't no Band-Aids for black folk. You know that. Stop that. Stop that. Folks like that kill me because they like to be passively stupid, passively unaware, conveniently unaware. Like, damn it, I see you, I know damn good and well you see me. Because if I do this, you're gonna jump. So stop acting like that.
I'm gonna let you feel that one, Theo. Isn't Storm God tier now?
I want to say that, but see, here's the thing. Because I think I asked them, and I tell them, say I ask difficult questions.
Hey, sometimes they need to be asked, damn it.
I said storm god of who? Because Thor is the storm god of Norse mythology, right? And so I got this other storm god. He's from, and I didn't even know they had mythology like that. What Australian? Where Gateway from? Australia. Their mythology. Then you got my brother. That's the African storm god. African. We're being very, very specific with these damn terms because Africa is on the earth. Right. Norway is Norse. That's on the earth. Well, the Aborigine, that's on earth. That's on earth. The Chinese one, that's right here yonder on earth. Okay, we see the storm god. I ain't disputing that. You gotta tell me what. Make it make sense. That's what my brother would say. Make it make sense. You gonna tell me she's the mutant storm god? You know, okay. Now, Mr. Ray Smith gonna look at you sideways because he's gonna be like, so the mutants got their own religion, and Nightcrawler was running it. You mean the devout Christian was running the mutant religion? And I'm like, Mr. Smith, I'm just telling you what the story say, Mr. Smith. I didn't write it. Please don't get mad at me. So when you ask me that question, I got a conditional answer. Yes, I just don't know and it should matter. Some folks gonna be like, oh, it don't matter. Why not?
Well,
why not?
One can have godlike power and not be a god. having worshipers ain't what give you godlike power. I mean, hasn't the Silver Surfer fought gods and beaten them? He's not a god. He's not a god himself.
And ain't nobody calling. Watch it. See, ain't nobody calling. You know, I'm being funny. I'm being facetious. Ain't nobody calling Norman Rad no god though. We might call him the fallen Silver Surfer. We might call him the suit Silver Surfer. The Herald of the Galactic. Ain't necessarily calling him. Even with the Captain Universe powers, ain't necessarily calling him no god. But we call it Aurora. I got 8 issues.
So I'm seeing some hustle and bustle in the comments. So here, boom, right here.
Woo! You started this. I ain't got nothing to do with this. I'm just here so I don't
get fun. Her tribe worshipped her. Her tribe worshipped her. Her tribe worshipped her. Her tribe worshipped her. She had worshipers. Is worshipers what gives her power as a god? Nah.
Oh, whoa. Her tribe, ain't they African? Hey, I don't know.
I mean, if that's the case, then Jim Jones was God tier.
We got 2 African storm
gods. Jim Jones had worshipers. I mean, is that the only criteria? Did those worshipers give him? They gave him a form of power.
So I'm just asking the question. So we got 2 African storm gods now, and ain't nobody. So the previous storm god ain't finna see that as a personal challenge. Okay, hey, I like it.
I feel like we're getting away from the crux of what the conversation is. It's not necessarily about gods per se. It's about God level power. Power that gives you the ability to either contend with a god or smite one.
She did terraform a planet.
I mean, I'm not arguing that she's not. If we say Storm's a god, all right, and ain't nobody disputing it, then for the purposes of this conversation, Storm's a god.
Hey, that's what the comic books say. And I ain't arguing with the source material. Unlike some other folks. I ain't gonna argue with the source material. Some folks like to argue with the source material when it's convenient for them. I ain't gonna do that.
Uh-oh, somebody wants it.
I ain't gonna do that.
I'm gonna let you have this with Theo. For the benefit of the folks that never read these X-Men comic books, can you share with them what planet Storm terraformed?
Mars.
Okay, there you go, over the top gaming.
Now, mind you, watch this.
There's your pro comic book knowledge. Anyway,
watch this. You ready?
Yeah.
She didn't do it by herself. It was 2 other cats helping her. One was Eric Lenshear, and the other one was Robert Drake.
Oh wow, here we go. All right, I can see where this is going.
But some folks gonna be like, yeah, and I'm like,
I'm gonna go ahead and stay with these topics. What I was getting at about God tier power, like I said, Divinity was the only one that I could name. Okay, and we're saying Storm. That's what, 2?
Yeah, that's 2.
That's my point.
I mean, we really can't say
if there are black characters whose powers would lend themselves to being God tier level, we don't see their powers used that way.
Can I get a replay?
Shoot it back.
Okay, I want to get a challenge. I want to throw the flag out there. So okay. You said what was the question again?
Why ain't there enough of them? And if they are out there and they do have those kinds of powers, like who I see people naming in the comments, how come they aren't used that way.
Well, what I'm gonna say is, one, I'm going to apologize to our favorite character. Two, I'm gonna apologize. She gonna think I'm stalking her. I'm not. I'm gonna apologize to who I think should be the next Black Panther writer. Bast is a black goddess. Then the Orisha, because good God Almighty Jesus, what Cheryl Lynn Eaton did with them. The only time we've seen Bast really outside of Wakanda is the God Squad. She was Snow White, but you know.
And how come we never see Orishas moving around and doing things like Norse and Greek and Egypt? You know what I'm saying? It's like the only time we see Orishas. The only time we see Orishas is when we talk about, okay, something black, or we talk about something African, or we talk, you know what I'm saying? How come an Orisha can't be a superhero? How come we can't, you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm getting at?
You ready?
Yeah.
Now, this brother get a lot of flack. He do. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot of flack. That's not fair. This brother gets some flack. But I think at the end of the day, I think if you can criticize constructively, you can also compliment. When was the last time we seen the Black Storm God?
Shango?
Yeah, he did it.
I think I saw him in a. Dang, when was the last time Firestorm had a comic?
See what I'm saying?
But then again, okay, different companies, and we've seen this, different companies wield power levels in different ways.
Right.
Okay, case in point, Spawn is powerful in a way that Galactus ain't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Superman is powerful in a way that them two aren't. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so it's a different kind of power. But that's what I'm saying. But if you put all three of them in a room, you'd have a hell of a fight.
Right. No, I just wanted to make sure, because to your point, we don't see the guys like that. We don't see the black guys like that. But then again, that's our history that we don't see like that unless we go get it ourselves. And that's why I was saying, like, you know, I know he receives his criticism and everything like that, but just give it up for the fact that who else gave you Shango in Marvel Comics before he did?
Right.
He put him out there and everything like that. Now, mind you, it's not lost on me that same guy pops up in his very own comic book as well. So that's why I tell people.
Okay. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. We'll go opposite end of the spectrum because, again, I saw something interesting. Okay, heroes, and this is so true. Heroes need something to triumph against. Okay, because for the longest time, man, Superman was so effing boring when he first came out. You know, you fight mad scientists and gorillas and, you know, little boring stuff like that. But, dude, you got potential to fight and go up against so much more. And over the years, his foes became a little more ample to him, you know, be able to give him a run for his money. And that's the kind of villain, honestly, you want to see. So if you got a bunch of God tier heroes, ain't gonna be too much crime around.
Well, I mean, you know, it's interesting when you say that. It's not gonna be too much crime around saying God tier heroes, because I hear when referencing certain characters, they're too powerful to be used, which is why you don't see them that often. And I'm like, you know, I see that way too many times. We can't use Blue Marvel because Blue Marvel is too powerful. We got a problem with Monica Rambeau because Monica Rambeau is too powerful. And I'm like, we don't have these problems with these other characters.
And that's my point. Characters who have the potential to be powerful like that. Man, if they would just stop playing with Monica Rambeau and use that power set the way that it can be used to its full, any form of energy on the electromagnetic spectrum, that puts her in God tier automatically.
You know what I think it is with Monica Rambeau? I think, I could be wrong, but I think the book sales say it. I think Marvel Comics has wanted to push Carol Danvers as the next Captain Marvel. And I think there's a resentment amongst comic book fans. Once again, folks need to understand comic book fans, they like their characters. Don't matter who they are, they like their characters. There's a quiet resentment towards Carol Danvers from not only Monica Rambeau fans, but from Marvel fans. No, that character is never gonna catch on the way they want her to.
Well, again, writers. It's always about the writers, bro.
To your point, and I left it hanging right there. To your point, Monica Rambeau has God tier powers, has got a God tier. There's nothing Carol does that Monica can't do. And Monica is the more fascinating character.
Preaching to the choir out here, my friend. But yeah, it that's what it boils down to. Come on, yo. It boils down to writers. Okay. I did a video the other day where I talked about writers and them taking these super supreme risks, doing things that are out of character for superheroes, whether it was out of character for them, you know, behavioral wise, whether it was out of character for them physically, you know what I'm saying? And
Right.
And the biggest one that I brought up, I think, is the one that everybody always talks about, and that's Batman versus the Hulk. Okay, in that comic book, there's a scene where Batman is trying to stop. First, okay, he gets grabbed by the Hulk. He gets grabbed. The Hulk grabs Batman. The Hulk grabs Batman.
He must have been in a good mood.
You the Hulk, you Batman, and you got out of that. Then to add insult to injury, you dropping gas in the room, thinking Hulk is dumb, and Hulk holds his breath and be like, ha ha, I can hold my breath. I'm not stupid. Batman kicks the Hulk in his solar plexus and makes him release air and then suck in the gas and pass out. Bruh, ain't that the same solar plexus that done been hit by bursting tank fire? Ain't that the same solar plexus that done been hit by Namor? Ain't that the same solar plexus that done been hit by Mjolnir? You know what I'm saying? But Batman's foot did more damage than Thor's hammer.
You know,
that's the kind
that's
of
like
stuff
telling
I'm talking. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. It's B to the SS.
you know, that's like telling me.
But you know what? Everybody and their mama remembers Batman versus the Hulk. Whether it was bad or whether it was good, everybody remembers it. Who read it? You know what I'm saying? And I ain't Tom DeFalco. I ain't never gonna forgive him for that BS. Spider-Man beating up Firelord. Herald of Galactus. I like Spider-Man, but Herald of Galactus. This is the same Herald in Thor's comic book who gave Thor and Hercules hell. You telling me Spider-Man beat this dude up? Spider-Man, Peter Parker. I know he in 10-ton, 25-ton brain. I get that. He's agile and all of that type of thing. But we talking about a Herald of Galactus. We fooling with Heralds of Galactus now? You beating up Herald of Galactus with your bare hands. Spider-Man. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. That is a writer will say, I want to do this. So I'm going to do it. I don't care what happens if I do it. I don't care what nobody say about what I do. What's his name? Alan Fine or whatever his name. The one was writing Spawn. I got Spawn beating up God and Satan. Writers, bro. Writers. You can be all over the top if you want to. It's up to history to decide if what you wrote was a masterpiece or some BS. I still don't understand why the Great Lakes Avengers didn't flop, but that's just me. What are we talking about up here? Paul Martin is in here. Paul Martin is up in here. Hey, Mr. Paul Martin, how you doing? Paul Martin said, I had the misfortune of having homes on my block that owned both Batman versus Hulk and Spidey versus Firelord. Much arguing occurred. Oh, bruh, how? Because you got to, because here's the crazy part. The year before in Spider-Man's own comic book, Spider-Man Annual number 15, the annual that came out before the debut of Monica Rambeau, that comic book had a strength chart in it. And it had examples of what characters was on what strength level. Ben Grimm was mad because he wasn't put on the same level as Thor, the Hulk, and all of them cats. You all right, Theo?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I'm trying to make sure I ain't experiencing no more technical.
Did I go on a rant? I'm sorry.
No, man. I was experiencing a little bit of technical difficulty, but no, big bro, you fine. What you tell us? Edutainment is your thing.
I try
so no,
to.
You got to drop
I
that
try
knowledge
to,
sometimes.
and I do get kind of. Oh, you in trouble. Look at you. Yeah, I remember a Spider-Man comic book where Spider-Man fought. It was a Silver Surfer comic book. Spider-Man fought the Silver Surfer and was making him look bad. The only reason he was is because Silver Surfer was holding back. Thor holds back, but he don't let people beat him up like that.
Well, you know, watch this. And it's one of them things where I understand why you get frustrated when people start talking power scale. The comic is the comic. You know damn well Spider-Man ain't got no business putting hands on Firelord. You know that.
Exactly.
You know that. Now, you either went along with that story or you didn't.
I was one of the ones. I was one of the ones that didn't. I didn't go along with that. There ain't no universe where Spider-Man at least
you know damn good well. You sit there like, okay, all right.
Issues,
all right, okay.
30 issues prior, guess who Spider-Man fought?
Who?
The Juggernaut. Now, I didn't see you throwing no bees. I didn't see him dropping bees and throwing dogs at the Juggernaut. Why he didn't knock Juggernaut out with a flurry of blows?
You know what? That's like
wait. Oh, because Firelord's skin isn't as hard as the Juggernaut. Wait a minute. Can't Firelord exist in the vacuum of space undamaged? Huh.
Bruh.
Make it make sense.
Once again.
Make it make sense.
That story made as much sense to me back then when I read it as it made for Batman to survive all the way from space, from the moon. I still ain't got. That's gonna be one of them. That's gonna be one of them all-time Batman stories. Like, y'all remember when?
Bro, I mean that just that just chapped my hide so much. It's just I get and now and then there's another one that I did a video on and Muggs didn't like it, but some people did. Our very own Black Panther putting the Silver Surfer in an armbar. There was a lot of
You know,
people
I really
who
want to
said there's no way possible that T'Challa could put the Silver Surfer in an arm bar on his own surfboard.
All I know is this: when folks start mentioning T'Challa, all I can say is this: you mean the dude that's backed up by a goddess?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean, I don't know, because really she really about that life.
Paul Martin brought up another one. This is another one I got a problem with. Oh, this is the cat y'all got going toe-to-toe with Superman. This is the cat y'all got going toe-to-toe with Superman. He got a bullet in his head and got put down. First of all, why did a bullet penetrate his damn skin? You remember that when Thor got shot in the head in Black Panther?
Yep.
Crazy.
I mean, like I said, the writers are going. I like the writer that can make the story fit. I like the writer that can make the story fit. I'm not necessarily a fan of the writer. Like, I'm not a fan of you writing me a story where Batman then survived a free fall from the moon all the way down to Earth. You trying my gangster like that one? Like, I'm already a comic book fan. You ain't got to do all that. That's too much. I'm a big fan of the writer that understands the capabilities of all the characters involved and gets the most out of those characters, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you want a good story.
Yeah, it should be where the superhero overcame the villain and it made sense. You're the writer, you're the one that's controlling it. Don't write the hero into a situation you know damn good well they can't get out of. Now you got to come up with a miraculous way for them. No, don't do that. I think that takes validity away from the hero. It takes validity away from the villain. That's why I said the Joker need to go.
Well, I mean, ain't that just the crux of what being a hero is about? I mean, even though other people do the wrong thing, you still are kind of blessed or cursed to do the right thing.
Yes, and if we're going to say that, yes, but it gets to a point where it gets redundant. The Joker, and the Joker isn't just committing crimes. This ain't the Rose Gallery where we're gonna rob this. We're gonna try. No, he's deleting people, and all he does is, and Comics Explained actually made a very good point of it. I think Ernie, Blurred Without Fear, all of them have made a very good point of it. It gets to a point where every death is now on your head, because he getting out and he gonna delete people. He ain't just gonna rob no bank. He ain't just gonna steal some stuff. No, he gonna delete people, and the dude would delete folks close to you, and he'd have been going after Jason.
Wonder Woman's power levels confuse me because on one hand she is supposedly on Superman's power level, but sometimes she can almost die from getting shot by bullets. Well, that depends on what iteration of Wonder Woman you're talking about.
It's the big
show.
Because
there are some iterations of Wonder Woman who is in fact bulletproof, and the reason why she can be hurt by conventional weapons isn't because she's vulnerable to them, but because of divinity. There are she has like certain. I don't want to word it wrong, but there are certain weapons she's more vulnerable to than others. There. that will about sum it up. There. Okay. Last two topics. Topic one. Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars got pushed back.
Boy, Did they?
Why do you think that was?
Golly.
Why do you think that was, Theo?
Well, first, did you know that they had to go do some reshoots on the Fantastic Four?
You know what? You know what, Theo? You know what? I'm a answer that with 3 words. Don't they always? What's new?
So, I mean, okay, so first of all, they, you know, you a rose by any other name is still a damn rose. If it walk like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a duck.
Them roses smell like boo-boo.
So you trying to make this, you trying to make it make sense. The thing is, you did not hire any comic book writers, and you don't necessarily have a storyline to go off of because there is no such thing as doomsday. You flying off the seat of your pants, and because you don't hire any, you don't believe in hiring comic book writers. You don't read comics. You don't know comics. You don't know how to execute this damn story. You good if you can get the Secret Wars. you good if you can get the Secret Wars. Just like you was good with Infinity Game. It was Infinity War. It was Endgame where you stuck up the damn joint because that was some stuff you didn't know what the hell you was gonna do. Well,
Damn,
all I can say is this.
Did Paul Martin say? Paul Martin said he more hyped for Megan 2.0 and Mission Impossible than any of this Marvel stuff. Megan? For real, Paul? Hey, bruh, I saw when I went to go see Sinners, they had a trailer of Megan 2.0. Bruh, Theo, the doll is base jumping. You know how you jump off the cliff and you glide?
Yeah.
The doll is doing
stop.
that.
Man, stop that. I ain't ready for that. I ain't ready for that. I ain't ready. I ain't even gonna act like I ain't ready for that.
Hey, she gonna dance again, bro.
Bro, let me tell you something. First of all, what they're doing, one, is unprecedented. You're gonna put all these folks on there, you're gonna try and make it make sense. And the thing is, you don't know how to make it make sense because there's no story out there that makes it make sense. The only thing they got is the incursion. Time runs out storyline, that Secret Wars storyline, that's it. That ain't gonna come into play until that second damn movie. So right now they sitting up here scrambling. It's sitting up here scrambling. I'm guaranteeing.
And that's the point.
I'm guaranteeing you, are the movies gonna be successful? Of the splendor, the amount of actors and actresses they got involved in the movie, yes, the movie will hit. But will the story make sense? Clearly it don't. They got to delay some stuff. That means we got rewrites underway. And whenever we got rewrites underway, because they pushed that movie back 6 months, both of them. So you got December 2026, December 2027. Okay, so when do Black Panther 3 come out?
Does it? Does it? That's what you got.
We need to understand some stuff. It's a lot of stuff being pushed back. Was it 1943 pushed back? And I guarantee you, EA didn't stop all development on their video game. You better.
So now you gotta ask yourself this: was this movie being pushed back a marketing decision, or a production. You
I
know
think
what I'm
it's a
saying?
production decision.
Was it because
You talking about
the story wasn't developing the way they wanted it to develop, or it's like ain't no way that character gonna work because for years and years we've been trying to shoehorn stuff in the wrong place, and now we done shoehorn so much stuff in the wrong place, it ain't gonna be feasible for us to try to pull them all and put them in the right place. So we just gonna wait and see what happens.
I think it's a production issue. You got a lot of moving pieces.
I do too.
Yeah, I think it's a production issue. And I think anytime you attempt something of that magnitude, but you don't have source material to reference, and you're not of that mindset, it's one of those things where I hear people say, the movies aren't made for the comic book fan, they're made for the general audience. Even the general audience knows what a good story is and what a good story is not. So when folks say stuff like that, by and large, just understand the comic book fan probably would have given the movie a leeway in a lot of ways the general audience wouldn't. So if it don't make sense to the comic book fan, it's safe to say it ain't gonna make sense to the general audience member. And movie ticket sales that we've seen from past MCU projects, as well as Warner Brothers DCU projects, they showed it.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing: are we gonna get tired before they get right?
Hell no, man.
We got it at the house. People, that's all I hear anymore. Like the other day, this partner of mine was like, "Hey, do you want to go see Thunderbolts?" And I'm like, "No, I don't want to go see Thunderbolts. Why should I go see Thunderbolts? Oh, I'm paying. It ain't about money. I mean, it is about money, but it ain't about money. I don't. To me, that's a cheat. If I tell somebody, okay, you can pay my way, and I go see it, but I didn't pay no money, but you still wasn't seeing it. You supporting it.
My thing is, the Thunderbolt on Disney Plus is better. The animated one is better than the movie.
Yeah, because cartoons follow canon. You know what I'm saying?
Movies right. So I'm saying, like, if I really want, and this is why what people be killing me. Oh man, I like the Thunderbolts. Do you really? Stop lying. You like the MCU. Don't tell nobody you like the Thunderbolts, because if you like the Thunderbolts, you can't get enough Thunderbolts. Like, that movie ain't gonna hold you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, stop telling people that lie.
If I was a Thunderbolts fan, and I saw a poster of that lineup, I would be livid. That's not the Thunderbolts.
Hold on for a second.
And the way that story is told, that story is not told the way the allure of the Thunderbolts, period, was the fact that they were heroes that were actually villains. Wow.
There.
Yes.
You just got me cussed out. My wife is still salty about me watching Black Panther 2. That's what that was. She just compared what your friend wanted you to do to that right now.
Did you? Hey, but was you watching it? Was you watching it for enjoyment purposes, or was you?
She don't care. She doesn't care. She doesn't care at all. She like Carl Thomas. She don't care at all.
Well, my point being, though, in an attempt to come up with an innovative idea, in an attempt to come up with a unique idea, you stray so far away from the source material without a thought towards who wants to see that done the way the source material dictates it should be done, versus your idea of twists and turns and, oh, this will make it better, and oh, this will be more palatable to comic book reading fans?
Well, I think if we're being fair, and I think if the person was being fair, this isn't me being mean and malicious. I think there's a fair amount of ego involved. Rightfully so, wrongfully so. You definitely don't achieve that level of success without having a certain amount of ego. I think it was very, very telling when he, made the change from 1999 to the 616. That was the ego being involved. Like, my universe is the universe. My vision is the vision, the only vision that supplants all other visions. I think there's that. I'm gonna show you I can do it better than what Jack Kirby and Stan Lee did, because we're not even doing stories that honor them. We're taking their creations and putting our own twist on it. It's one of those things that I said the other day. When do we get to the point where we're respecting somebody's work? I would never want to alter the young lady that created Harry Potter. That's a work of art. No differently than I would want to misplay a Prince song that's heavy with his own guitar solo. I don't want to misrepresent that. I'm going to respect that. What we have over here is he doesn't respect, and he's not by himself, those that say they don't care, which is crazy to me, because when you want somebody to respect your art, but you don't respect somebody else's art. He doesn't respect the work that people put in to coming up with these characters. Riri Williams is not the character that's on screen. You're not paying the person that created the character, nor are you putting his character, what his vision of the character. No, that's your vision. Peter Parker, that's your vision. That's not Stan Lee and Jack Kirby's vision. If you want to put your vision, create your own character. I think that's where we got to the point where stories have just deviated. Characters now are just a character in name alone. Storylines are just a storyline alone, because the person that's over everything wants to do it his way.
Well, it sounds like a lot of people have faith in the Russos, because the Russos are handling the two Avengers movies, and in the past, the Russos have not disappointed, at least for the most part. And so people who still fool with Marvel think the Russos is gonna be the be all end all, and they're gonna make everything come back to be
they might not have control they had back then.
They probably can, but they better have the foresight to see that they need a T'Challa in their story.
Listen, you know what? So T'Challa. I want us to stop lying. I want us to honestly stop lying. I want us to stop lying, because as long as we say some stuff, I was talking to my daughter today. I said, I've low key just said I'm gonna start approaching stuff from a humorous standpoint. I'm not gonna be balls to the wall, all gas, no brakes, as Jacob Batu would say. I'm not gonna do that. And the reason for that is
he said Trump need to lay Feige off. All right,
the thing is, boy, we don't care like that. And I know me, you, and Kamoyo have been talking about it amongst ourselves and everything like that. We don't care like that. No. We don't care like that. We don't, and we need to stop lying. We don't care about them black characters like that. We just need to stop lying. Like, folks said, if you do not know a black character's origin, just stop lying. Just stop lying. Like, Stop lying to me. More importantly, stop lying to yourself. You ain't got a lot of me. You ain't got a lot of me. Because
yeah, I don't think they pay attention to the fact that regardless of the fact that this character you're not a fan of, there are people out there, and there are a lot of people out there that are a fan of that character, and you do a disservice to that character by saying, I'm just gonna glaze over him and do the bare minimum to make him screen ready.
I just want us to stop. Like, I just want us to stop talking about why we can't get T'Challa recast, why Monica Rambeau lost, you know, why we can't get. I just want us to stop. We be participating in the misinformation bullshit so much. Yeah, segue.
Huh. Well, let me get a couple of these comments before we say Emilion.
Go ahead, big dog. Go. I like that. Go ahead. Let's put them on, man. Let's go ahead.
Elion. I like that. That's clever use of wordplay. He said, I've been waiting for the longest time to see War Machine again. Where War Machine at? And he's still crippled. Oh my God.
Bro, this dude, we're not gonna see this dude on screen till 2026. So that will be 10 years. 10.
Oh, my guy Paul Martin. Check this out. This is why I like having knowledgeable people in the room. Seeing George Wendt of Cheers die made me remember that Norm's character's wife, Vera, was referred to but never seen. That was an option to do with T'Challa until emotions died down. I agree, 100%. He could have been mentioned off screen. He could have been mentioned off screen, but never seen visually. You'd have to kill him.
We've been told them that.
Yeah. Well, I'm just bringing it up.
We've been saying that.
Yeah, because I want people to remember this was a conversation. Man, well, I had like 300 something videos. I know you got more where we talk about things like that. I got it's a whole playlist. Go peruse recast T'Challa still. Peruse that playlist on my page and see all of this stuff that people are talking about now. I was talking about in 22. Theo was talking about in 22. I was talking about in 21. Theo was talking about in 21. Now it's chic and fashionable to talk about it. What Dolomite say? What Dolomite say? I was through with it before you knew what to do with it. What he said? He said, I ain't waiting that long to see War Machine again.
I got him at the house.
And boy, you took the words right out of my mouth, player. I can see James Rose anytime I want to. You know what I'm saying? So got a couple different versions too. So you know what I'm saying?
Hey, what you mean?
Wow. Hey, if I was upstairs where I normally be at, I'd be pulling them out left and right too.
Man, I'm not doing that.
Only thing I got close to is band thing, but that's all good.
That's the thing that kills me, big dog.
Say what Kaboya say, from current issues to back issues, you can get him in the comments. Go back and read Iron Man #1, either 169 or 170, where James Rose takes over for Tony Stark because Tony Stark got a problem with alcohol.
That's why I told people.
Demon in a bottle.
And that's why I told people, you cannot do a James Rose Armor War story because that ain't his story. That's Tony's story.
That part.
That's why he's gonna sit up there and get rejected. Ain't no, and folks would sit up here. This would be killing me. The same folks that's crying racism right now would be the same ones crying racism then. And I would be saying the same thing I'm saying now. Are you sure it's not just the comic book fans who remember the actual story? Like they might have a problem with this. Could it be?
Possibly.
Maybe it's black folks out here want James Rose to have his own damn story and not just get Tony's sloppy seconds.
Who's James
How about
Rose's
that?
girl? Who's James Rose's girlfriend in MCU? He ain't got one, dude.
Well, we know who it's supposed to be in the
Right.
MCU.
Right.
But we ain't gonna ever get that in the
They ain't
MCU.
ready.
Oh,
They
no,
ain't
no,
ready.
no. I wish
They
they
ain't
would
ready.
show that.
They ain't ready for that relationship in the MCU. They don't even want. They don't even want ship. They don't even want ship black
Here
people
we go.
with
You ready?
black people. You hear what I
You
said
ready?
there?
You
hear what I
ready?
said?
I got $100 for Kevin Feige. I got $100 for every damn executive at the MCU for them to put James Rose and Carol Danvers as lovers in the MCU. I got 100 for all y'all because I don't believe you got it in you to do it.
They won't do that. They won't. There ain't no way they do that.
Say I ain't got to worry about spending no money then, huh?
You ain't got to worry about spending a dime. You ain't got to worry about spending a dime. Your money is safe. Ain't no way they shipping
Woo!
the
No,
pure.
they ain't doing that.
They ain't shipping the pure driven snow with the cold. They ain't, nah, that's not happening at all.
You listen. Could you imagine the folks throwing out the word woke and DEI? Oh, they would lose their mind. I ain't gonna watch it. They going woke. Hell no. Why she gotta be with War Machine? Why not?
Man, yeah, they riot. They riot.
Listen, you ready?
But why can folks accept it in comics?
This one they gonna lose it there. They gonna come out. They gonna bring Jessica Jones. They gonna put her with Luke in the MCU. And the people that don't read comics gonna tell on themselves.
They gonna lose
Because
their
they
mind.
gonna lose their mind
They
one way or the
gonna lose
other.
their mind.
Ooh, that's gonna be
Okay,
funny.
here go Paul Martin. All right, first of all, Paul Martin, House of Lies ain't the MCU. and MCU people ain't ready to see that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't ready to see that. And Disney ain't ready to show it to you. No way, no how. Disney ain't that forward thinking. Disney ain't as diverse as they would like people to think.
Bro, at all. They need to stop telling folks that lie.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, they're diverse. Oh, look at the princesses. Look how many damn years it took you to get the princesses like that. Cause see, look like your first string of at bats was all women. Snow White, woman. Cinderella, woman.
I don't even think I got a Black King or Prince deep.
You know what I'm saying? All y'all were busting them out, man. Y'all were busting them out. You know what I'm saying? Caucasian women. But this was the 30s, 40s, and 50s. You wasn't getting no Hawaiian princess in the 50s. You wasn't getting no black princess. You sure wasn't getting no black princess in the 50s. They wasn't thinking about no black princess in the 50s. They was spitting on little girls trying to go to school in the 50s. So, you know, they wasn't thinking about putting no black princess on TV or on the movie screen. But I mean, that is what it is. They deleted
my Black King twice.
You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. I know there was a few of y'all watching last night. And this will probably be last. Well, yeah, it is. It'll be last topic of the night. And I kind of, when I brought it to Theo, I know Theo, he was kind of feeling it on a personal level. I do too. And if you live in this country and you are of African American descent, you have felt it too. And what I'm talking about, of course, is black fatigue. Conservatives want to try to co-opt the term and say black fatigue is white people tired of hearing about the stories of black people. But I'm here to set the record straight, and Theo's here to set the record straight with me. That is not what Black fatigue is. Black fatigue is the collective experiences, microaggressions, BS that we have to deal with on a regular basis as Black people in this country. Now, I know when I think about Black fatigue, I can think about 3 particular instances where Black fatigue was like, look here, it's real. It's real. It's real. It is so doggone real. It happened to me in 3 different places in 3 different parts of the country. How's that? You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, it's only concentrated in this part of the nation. Nope. Oh, it's only concentrated in the Midwest. Nope. Oh, it's only concentrated in the South. Nope. You get people talking brave up here in Alaska. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm going to ask before we take off, I want Theo to share 3 stories of this nature where, you know, you was dealing with some stuff that made you realize there's Black fatigue in this country. And this is some real stuff. And I'll do the same.
I still haven't really, I probably need to go get some help with it. I'm still very, very angry about this instance. When I was in Memphis, Millington, Tennessee, I love my country. Kind of is what it is. I love my people. I love the Marine Corps. I feel betrayed by the Marine Corps. I feel like they failed to adhere to their principles. I had to deal with racism from a E9, E7, E8. And the only thing the only one that got me beyond that was God. That was it. There was that. Then there was well, before then, there was when I moved to Camilla. Let's say I was born in the Bronx, spent some time in the Bronx before my mother passed away. I'm used to everybody speaking, everybody getting along with everybody. You know, we in New York and everything like that. We're in the Bronx. Had this coach. I'm not gonna mention his name because his family would swear I was lying on him. But you go to football practice, and this dude's a position coach, and you know, you go out, you see the dude out and about in town. The dude go above and beyond not to speak to you. Like eyes drop to the ground right before you get to you. You speak, he don't speak. Like the hell? You was just telling me to run sprints and practice. What the hell? Let me see. And the third one would be the microaggressions. That was really from a young man. I was working at Best Buy. I was supervisor. And I could tell there was something else to him besides the constant ribbing, per se. And nobody else could pick up on it. And then one day he just let it go. He used the N-word. The young man, Black man that believed in him, he had to leave the store because he felt hurt, betrayed. I tried to tell him, hey, your boy off. No, he cool, he cool. No, he not. He wound up coming back. I said, man, you didn't do nothing wrong. He said, man, I should have believed you. I said, hey, man, listen, experience. This is what it is, experience. When you know, you know.
Experience, yeah. Experience is experience.
Yeah, you can tell when you. I think folks get the thing twisted. There's a difference between somebody not liking you because they don't like you, and somebody that don't like you because of your race, ethnicity. And you can pretty much tell the difference because when they make their comments, if they just don't like you, their comments ain't gonna have nothing involving race. You're gonna be a sorry motherfucker, lame ass, this, that, the third. They'll probably call you outside and they ain't gonna use not one N-word. Come on out here so I can whoop your ass. So that was that, man. But you know,
well, for me, I don't know what it is, bro. The military is a great place to be, and the military is a horrible place to be at the same time. You know what I mean? And much like you, I dealt with a situation. I was stationed on an aircraft carrier, USS Carl Vinson CVN-70 out of Alameda, California, when they still had a base there. And I had this department head, well, not department head, but the PO in charge. And he was an E6. And the guy was from Montana. And I don't know what they be doing up in Montana, but the way he talked and the kind of things he said let me know it ain't a lot of black people in Montana, because you feel comfortable saying things that will get you beat to a pulp anywhere outside of Montana and anywhere outside of the military. One example, this man said to me, he came down from the chow hall, came down to the sick bay. He come into the sick bay, and I was just getting off of a night shift. So anybody who has worked a night shift as like a nurse or on duty or something like that, the kind of stuff that comes in there. And because I was on the ship, I was medical and dental, so I had to deal with broke bones and broke jaws. So I'm tired. It's 7 in the morning. I'm trying to leave. And he comes from chow hall. Oh, hey, they're having tripe in the chow hall. Tripe. For breakfast. That's white people stuff. So the next thing I didn't say that out loud. I just thought it. But the next thing out of his mouth was, don't you people eat tripe? Boy, if you didn't outrank me, boy, I mean, and I was still looking at him like, and he, well, what's the problem, Akins? And he said that, but he knew what the problem was, and he knew I couldn't do nothing about it without getting in trouble. That's fatiguing. That's fatiguing. Okay. Another time, I was in Kansas City. Me, my partner Charles, and my friend Mark, we was going to the club. Okay, and we decided, okay, let's do something different. Let's go to the Country Club Plaza and go to a club over there. Now, for those of you that have never been to Kansas City and don't know what the Country Club Plaza is, well, what is the really ritzy, expensive, Caucasian dominant part of town called in the city where you live? Think about that. Think about that for a second. Okay, so we over there, and I don't change. I'm the same person. I'm the same person over on 43rd Street that I am over here on the north side. I'm not changing for y'all. I'm not doing nothing different. So, you know, we in the line and we talking, you know, and talking like we talk when we talking. You know, I done had a little bit to drink. I done had a little bit to smoke. So I'm feeling me. And all of a sudden, this flaxen-haired, skinny, Caucasian woman turns around and says to me, "You ends need to shut the F up."
Did you talk to yourself? Did you have an out-of-body experience?
No, but I think she did. Cause, cause before she even got a chance to turn around, my boy's hand came across and knocked her upside down. And I'm like, see, now we gotta leave. Cause if we continue to stand in this line, the first thing gonna happen is all three of us is going to jail. So I'm leaving. That's fatiguing. That's fatiguing.
You just reminded me of something. And I guess I don't really look, because it's funny to me, but it is what it is. We at the E Club in Memphis. It's me and two of my homeboys. I'm permanent personnel, they students. But we same pay grade. So we at the E Club, right? And we in our civilian clothes. This like 1987. It's 1987, early 88. You feel me? So we walking around. You know how you with your crew. You walking around surveying the landscape. It's Saturday night. They playing a variety of music on Saturday night, because Sunday night is soul night. We in there on Saturday night. These two sailors walk up to us. I only know they sailors because they're in their whites. That's it. That's the only reason why I know. This dude, he had black hair. I want to say he's probably about like maybe 5'9", something like that. The slender dude. I think he had like brown eyes. He's with his homeboy. Can't really tell you what his homeboy looked like. Him, I remember. He walks up to me because we're walking towards one another. And he said, "You fucking nigga, I hate your fucking gut." Me and boy, we looking at each other like, he trying to die. Like, we all looked at each other. They students. I'm permanent personnel. I'm a legal specialist. I know the Uniform Code of Military Justice backwards and forwards. I know the manual for court martial better than I know the back of my head. I also know where we at. And I'm like, if we do to him what's supposed to be done to him, we go into the brig. we go into the brig. We subject to lose. We gonna lose some money. We subject to lose some stripes. And it's gonna be my fault because I should have known better. Because they're gonna be like, first of all, why was you even with them students? Damn what he said. And they gonna say fraternization. I say, you know what? They said, Corporal Bowler, what you want to do? I said, let's go about it. No, I was Lance Corporal at that time. I said, let's go about our business. Dude, his homeboy said, man, please don't do anything to him. His parents just got into a car accident. Which I'm saying to myself, I don't know what they got to do with me. The guy happened to be black. Once again, I don't know what they got to do with me.
But is that not vexing? Is that not vexing? That's fatiguing. That's fatiguing. The last story I got to share occurred right here in Alaska. Right here in Alaska. I just happened to work for a nonprofit organization, and I was in HR, and there were three of us doing an interview. Okay. It was a young lady. Her name, I want to say, was Quanelia or Quanique. It was very urban. Let's put it like that. And I was the only black person in. I was the only black person interviewing, right? Okay, regardless of what her name was, she qualified for the damn job. Okay, her resume, great. You know what I'm saying? Everything lined up. You know what I'm saying? Two white women. I don't know if we should hire her. And I'm like, here go the job description. Here go her resume. She's knocking it out the park with this resume. She's got more than what it asked for here. So why are we not hiring her? After that, I was not allowed to sit in interviews anymore. That's fatiguing. That's fatiguing.
Can I bring it home for us real quick?
Do that, man. Do that.
It's one of them things, man, where you know, we got this song called "Walk It Like You Talk It," and we talk like we the shit,
like
but
I
we don't
talk it.
act like we the
Walk
shit.
it like I
You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, one of my exes, man, she used to say some shit like about kids' names and shit like that, about like how we was naming our kids. I said, well, who the fuck say they kid how they name their kids is so fucking right? Like, it's normal to name your kid after a fucking month.
Systemic.
So we are not the motherfucker.
It's systemic, is what it is. When you don't control the system, you don't control what is and what ain't.
Well, the thing is, I'm like, you a black woman, you black. Why you even buying into that fucking logic? Like, if you want to name your child after a car, that ain't no different than a motherfucker want to name their child after a fucking season. Like, how dare you let a motherfucker make you feel like you less than because of how you want to name your fucking child? Like, that's the shit that bothers me, man. It's like, that's why it's like I have to look at it now from a, you know, we talk a good game. We talk a good game, but standing on business, man, I couldn't, I'm be honest with you, bro. I couldn't even look our ancestors in the fucking face, because to know that motherfuckers literally walked to work because they felt like they were being mistreated and stood on business, that was where they could have lost money. Bro, I'm so fucking disappointed in us where we feel like we gotta do shit to spend fucking money. We know how motherfuckers see us because we complain about it. Well, if you're not gonna do shit about it, stop complaining about it. That's a waste of fucking time. And damn sure don't ask me to jump through no fucking hoops when you ain't prepared to do the shit I'm already damn doing. That's now you want to talk about black fatigue?
I'm still vibing though. It's I guess ultimately we are not responsible for changing the thought processes or the mindset of Caucasian people who are racist. That's not for us to do. And for years and years and years upon years, we have thought it was. I'm going to show that crack it is. I'm going to show it. No, they have to turn inward and deal with their trauma, because that's what it is. Okay, this current generation is upset because you are the descendants of racists. You are the descendants of people who committed genocide. You are the descendants of murderers. And they profited off of that murder and that genocide. And you know that's what's putting you through Harvard. And you know that's what's putting you through Yale. And you know that's what's putting you through Brown. But you're afraid to stand up to it because you know it's what's built you and put you where you are. Some people stand aside from it. I know a lot of people that come from rich Caucasian families and reject them. I know, but it ain't enough of them for it to be making a difference out here. It need to be more of y'all rejecting that mindset. You know, bro, it's wrong, no way, but yeah, but I'm still vibing. I'm still vibing. I ain't finna go off. I'm still vibing because we had the 2 hour mark anyway. So I'll get ready to stop.
When you look at the big bro, when you look at the political landscape and you look at how everybody voted, you're absolutely right. No, they not standing on business over there. They not. They the reason why this dude in office.
Yeah, I mean, and we in FAFO mode. They gonna find out. I already know, and just like I tell everybody all the time, black people used to struggle. We used to struggle. I'm used to eating mayonnaise sandwiches. I'm used to eating ramen. I'm used to eating Pop-Tarts. I'm used to that. If I gotta break down and bounce back down to that, guess what? I'll live. I gotta survive off of cheese whiz and chicken and biscuit. You know what I'm saying? I done did it before. You know what I mean?
Man, look at it. How many delicacies can you make with some ham and cheese? Boy, look here.
Bruh, look at. Hey, Theo, I'm gonna be doing a video on Acolyte #2 this weekend.
On what now?
On Acolyte #2. Remember, I did
Okay.
Acolyte 1. Huh?
I said, okay, that's what's up.
What you doing?
Oh man, I want to really get to my Protectors of Wakanda, man. I gotta bring that home. I'm doing that tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm doing that Protectors of Wakanda.
Okay.
We kind of in cruise control right now, man. Cruising at a nice little altitude right now.
And in closing, I just want to say, because me and you are both former military, and I always have to explain. I ain't got to explain to you. I'm not talking about you, but I always have to explain to people what Memorial Day is. Okay, Memorial Day ain't Veterans Day. That's in November. Memorial Day is purely to acknowledge and remember the people who were in the military who made the ultimate sacrifice. That is what Memorial Day is about, remembering them. So when you eating your barbecue and you eating your potato salad and your potato chips or whatever potatoes you be potatoing with, remember that's what that's about. Your loved ones that was in the military and they served and they made the ultimate sacrifice. That's who you need to be remembering on Monday. Seth, that has been a 2 hours and 6 minutes, man. We've been in here 2 hours and 6 minutes. See, we know how to talk. But look here, y'all. I appreciate it. It was some strange faces in here tonight. I'm impressed. So y'all know about me. Okay, you know about him. Good. So you're coming to see what it's about. Keep coming to see what it's about. We like that. We appreciate you for pulling up to the vibe. Come back next Friday where it will be live. That's it for now, but fret not. We will be coming at you with another one of these next week. Y'all be good and be good to each other. Peace.